Welcome everybody. Now today I have come up with an informative video on London chess opening, where in London system I'm going to show you some tips and traps. As we know, the London system is very solid and reliable. At the same time, the London system is also very aggressive. So knowing these traps and tricks would definitely give you a little punch on your game style. So without getting further ado, let's get started with our first trap. And the first trap I have named is as a copycat fails for black. Now here, starting with the d4, d5, bishop f4, knight f6, knight f3, c5, and you know you have to go with e3 as it's going to have a pyramid structure. Knight c6, knight d2, it is very important, and bishop f5. Now this time we'll capture this pawn. Now after capture this pawn, black play e6, trying to put pressure on the c5 pawn. And what next? Yes, he play knight to d4, hit the bishop. Now here if black plays the white, so white in some variation might play bishop g3, so black play the same as white with bishop f5. So this copycat would fail now, because now white has bishop b5, immediate putting pressure on the c6 knight. Now furthermore, the only good move on this position for black is actually queen to c8, but without that move, if black tried rook to c8, which looks very natural, can you guess the next move for white? Yes, it's knight captures c6, pawn captures c6, bishop e6. Now the rook has only one square, that is the 8 square. All the other squares is being blocked by the white's bishop. So rook to 8, and then can you next guess the move? Yes, bishop b7, and we win the rook. Going for the next one, you can punish black premature capture on e5. So starting with the d4, d5, bishop f4, knight f6, knight f3, e6, e3, c5, c3, knight c6, bishop d3, bishop d6, and now we play knight e5, because this is going to be this is, as we know, this is a very generous square for this knight. And after castle, we continue with our development knight d2, and this is the moment if black prematurely captures e5, how could we punish them? Look at it. If black captures the bishop, we definitely capture the pawn, okay? After pawn takes, forcing the knight go back to either e8 or d7. Let's say d7, it looks more logical. And after knight d7, we continue our knight improvement to knight to f3. And after queen c7, and black is trying to put pressure on the e5 pawn, now we'll get the so-called great game sack with bishop takes h7, and black is lost. After king takes f7, knight g5, and now king has two different choices. If king g8, we know is queen h5 is going to be disaster for black, and if king goes to g6 this time, we'll play queen c2 check, and after f5 and e takes f6 with a discovered check, you can win the queen the next move. So let's go our next one. The next one is black's premature Queen's Indian structure. If d4, knight f6, knight f3, e6, bishop f4, c5, e3, and if black tried to set up as a Queen's Indian formation, but this is a premature setup, premature structure, because we can play now knight c3. The idea behind knight c3 is going forward to b5 and occupying the c7 and the d6 square immediately. And if blacks continue with the bishop b7, we go knight b5, and black try to defend with the d6, resulting we can simply capture the c5 pawn and put pressure on the d6 pawn. Now after p captures c5, white is clearly winning, as starting with winning this pawn. Bishop takes d6, bishop takes d6, queen captures d6, even knight captures d6 is also winning. Queen captures d6 is more dangerous, because I'm putting pressure on the f8 square as the king can't castle, and also knight c7 is threatening on the next move. So knight to a6, defending the c7 square, and coming up with a very strong castle queenside board. Black is in huge trouble, and white is simply winning this game. Now the next one, black casual bishop development. After d4, d5, bishop f4, knight f6, knight f3, c5, e3, knight c6, knight bd2, bishop g4, c3, and e6. Now look at this position now. Since the problem for black in this position is that all the light square over here on the queen side is now very weak. Now exactly white is going to take advantage of the situation with the move queen a4. So if black casually developed the bishop on d6, guess the next move? Yes, bishop a6, very surprising move. And now the thing is that I'm putting pressure on the b7 pawn, and if pawn captures my bishop, I'll capture the knight with check, and followed by I'm also attacking the bishop with two pieces at the same time. So after bishop to a6, if we tried like queen to d7, we're still going with bishop captures d7, resulting in the winning the bishop on the d6 square with bishop takes d6, and white got winning advantage in this position. So I hope you love this today's little few traps with me. Now I come up with the second part. If I can create my content with another topic or something, please comment down below, and also like this video if you like this informative video. So thank you so much for today, and I'm coming with a next video with you. That's it. Have a lovely day, and thank you. Bye bye.